Alright, started.
So our story continues as a party of adventurers have spent quite some time in their new homestead south of New Crest Hill. They've been busy tending towards their own devices, taking care of the new land that they've come upon. Lisbeth working hard, recruiting some of the villagers from the old village you had just previously saved, the village of Heinfeld. She was able to convince some of the people to start their life under your no, I
Oh,
wouldn't say reign, but under your care with a bit of a compensation with gold and also starting up supplies. You were also able to make furniture for your house. You were also able to make a laboratory for Ragnarok. Most of the place inside your mansion is livable currently, but the supplies that you have, or at least the furniture that you have, are very bare bones and basic. But that doesn't mean you can't expand on it. Oh no, sorry, not from Village of Heinfeld. The people are from the hometown Lugademo. So these are some locals from where Lisbeth had come from, and 20 people, 20 villagers have come in here and are now tending to your crop and tending to your all the facilities that you have here currently. Although right now you don't have you have a windmill, but it's not currently functional. With a bit of care, it could work. Lisbeth, towards the end of the downtime, was able to discover a small stone hut that was left abandoned southeast of your house. She was able to clear out a lot of the debris and started taking care of a lot of the dirt, junk, broken vases, old gemstones, and powder and dust and cobwebs. After clearing it out, she was able to find an alcove towards one section of the wall. The alcove, to her interest, she brought Phrygia along, and Phrygia was able to identify it as a teleportation circle. Although it is still missing a gemstone at the very last section of its runic formula, uh, it looks like it could work if you're able to find the amethyst that's missing at the very end. And for just you know that there are a lot of teleportation circles in the world. Some are made, some are naturally there, or at least there, but people don't know why, as the reasons have been lost throughout history. But basically, to travel from one teleportation circle to another, you just need to know the combination of runes as well as the catalyst, the gemstones, to to so that the catalyst would be the one to suffer the backlash of the weave rather than the one teleporting. Towards your 10th and 11th week, Ragnar also mentions that there was a sighting of a carcass of a gazelle towards the southwestern side of your homestead, and it was torn in two. Could have been a bear, could have been anything. But generally, although he tried to track it down, he wasn't able to really ascertain what the creature was. And there has been no sighting for it for quite some time. But this news has left some of your villagers wary and have begun to stay in as soon as uh, dusk would come in. So after losing a little bit of light, nobody tend to go outside of your village anymore. You're all gathered here together now inside your homestead with all of the floors at least semi furnished with basic chairs, tables, and beds until one of the farmers on the dawn of one day came to you and mentioned that although 60 of the 60 plots of 60 farming plots were available, half of those had been ruined despite being tilled and taken care of. Half of them had been completely ruined by a creature overnight, as if something had been digging. It could be just a regular pest. But this news starts your day. All of you are gathered at the dining table. You have basic fruits and vegetables covering your meal for breakfast. What do you do?
I get up late.
or at least later than most people, I guess. And
I
yeah,
mm,
just get some food to start the day.
I get
I
up early and how many brooms do we have? 8?
You have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, seven here, and 5 more upstairs.
Okay. I will I will touch 3 brooms and breathe life to it. I cast Tiny Servant at 4th level.
Oh, okay.
So the brooms will sprout their arms and legs and starts cleaning the floor by themselves.
Okay.
Very Beauty and the Beast.
yeah.
As it should be.
I was
Be our
thinking of
guest.
Fantasia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fantasia.
Oh yeah, yeah, that too. All we need is an axe so that we can hack them in half. But yeah,
Um,
that's my routine for the morning.
so every morning we come down and we just see all these brooms automatically
Start
sweeping the floor.
cleaning. Hmm.
Perfect.
Nice.
Is Ragnarok here? Has Ragnarok been away most of the time?
Yes,
Okay.
but I'm here
Towards the
now.
10th or 11th week, he did come back, and you noticed this not because of conversation, but there started to come a certain smell from his room, almost like fumes from his laboratory, seeping into more public areas of the mansion. And that's pretty much how you knew that he has joined you in your homestead.
We have to have a word with you on that.
Yeah,
What?
those smells are vile.
Yeah, you need to keep your windows open.
They were open.
You need to do more, I guess.
Don't worry.
Maybe
I won't use the laboratory too often.
Okay.
I've
okay.
been on the lookout for 2 months. I coughed my handful of potions. Now it's gone. I'm out of
Oh.
everything. Don't worry.
So I guess while we're eating and discussing, I guess we need to investigate these things about the monsters in the night, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would
What
be
were you
wise.
able to figure out when you went scouting?
Um, Not much. I just found the carcass.
Okay.
After that, I tried to look for any more tracks, and not being able to find anything, I just assumed that it was already part of the wildlife around here, because
Hmm.
it didn't leave any particularly big marks. So it was adept at living here already. No more
Well,
deaths on the area.
we should at least like make it appear as we're doing something, so they're not so scared anymore.
I assumed you were already doing that, but yes.
I have news though. You remember that Turok guy that's tried to assassinate me a couple of times? I know where
No.
he is.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he's in Newcrest Hill right now, and I think we
Oh.
should pay him a visit when we have the time.
I
Shouldn't
also have
you?
some news.
Oh,
Do you
Well,
guys
let's
remember
use
the
it.
dark gem? I found some
oh,
I found some facts about them.
okay.
First of all, they seem to have some connection with the infernal realm. They corrupt humans in particular, but other races are fine.
Hmm.
So that explains why I can touch it, but the other humans, they most of them die. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, there are 4 in total. We have
Okay.
2. We just have to find other 2 and
Hmm.
deal with them somehow.
And it
Don't
it only
don't
affects.
you
Yeah, go on.
try to find a way to deal with them first, because maybe when they reunite, something bad happens.
Right.
Ah,
And I'm also wondering if it has some kind of radiation. Do you have to touch it to be affected, or is being in its presence for long enough also potentially damaging?
unfortunately the information to the topic is limited, so that's pretty much all I am able to gather.
But do you have it on you?
I have it in my room in the chest, locked
Well,
3
but
times.
we can
Your
maybe
room
test
is
it.
your room is right next to mine. I feel deeply uncomfortable.
It's locked behind the chest. It's fine.
Hmm.
Is it
Okay.
lead?
Is it lead?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Well,
We should get you a lead
Oh,
chest then.
or a lead box. It doesn't have to be a chest. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
yes, at least a
Big
box.
enough for 4.
yeah. I was thinking maybe I could keep it underground somewhere, but maybe that's a bad idea.
Yes, especially
It's
with
not a
since the pest is burrowing, maybe it would
Oh
be
yeah,
attracted by the power.
and we have no idea that it could corrupt the animals. Maybe they turn into a
oh,
Cthulhu or something.
I mean, if it can kill humans on contact, it's probably not safe to just leave it or
maybe
Yeah.
something.
maybe you could try to perform some experiments on it, Ragnar, with the proper safety precautions, of course.
Um, sure.
I
Can it be milled down, or is it like a magic item where you can't break it?
I don't think you can break it.
But you can't even get little pieces of it by grinding it.
I've never tried. I could try. You want me to
Well,
try?
Just a small sample for him to work on,
well,
maybe.
bring both. I would get in my room and get thick gloves I use for experimenting.
Okay.
Mm, mm.
Walks back into my room and
Same.
3 minutes later come back. There's a lot of
Just
logs.
waiting, just waiting with my 2 giga gloves.
Uh, I get to be careful with it though. You are a
Yes.
human after all.
Yes. During that time,
Don't touch it.
I would have activated both my mutagens for strength and int as usual, and I will use my supernal strength to try to just take both in one in each hand and just try to grind them with each other with a little like glass plate under to see if something grinds down.
Go for athletics.
Okay,
Are you doing this in your room or in the public living room?
in the living room.
All right.
What? No, you take it to your laboratory.
Too
I, I'm
late.
I'm I'm going out. I'm going out. I don't want to be close to this. I'm gonna find
18.
Kiva,
I think he's still in his room.
and he's got 5 HP. I wonder what's up.
Oh, I forgot the long rest.
Who's Kiva?
Oh, the blacksmith or the gemsmith.
Oh,
Oh.
by the way,
Oh, you should ask
have you
him then to
squad with him?
experiment.
Have you squad with him in some way, shape, or form?
Good girl.
You
You
know,
Good girls don't kiss and tell.
if you need a wing woman, just let me know.
I don't, but thanks.
I
Okay.
got you.
With a roll of 18, you grind them together, and you're usually very confident with athletics because it's what you're good at.
Mhm.
But you understand that it doesn't feel impossible to be able to get like small pieces of it.
Mhm.
You do understand that it requires more than just grinding them together. You probably need a specific tool that's meant for cutting this type of gemstone or something even more magical, because definitely this is more than just the physical aspect of it. It has a magical aura preventing it from being damaged. What would other normal gemstones would already be powdered by your hands now.
With my expertise, it seems like maybe you should have asked the gem wielder instead of the alchemist. Put it back on the table.
Pick it up. I'll I'll keep this locked away for now then.
Yep.
Maybe on a second thought, maybe we may not need a tin box after all, because I tried to identify it and it seems to have um a shield for divination magic. Maybe it already reflects someone who's trying to locate this object with the magical effect of some kind.
I think the idea was to protect us, not people coming trying to get it. That was Ender's worry. He thought it would be irradiating something bad for human health if it's this little and untouched.
Ah, we'll get the lead box later then. But for now, carve it in the chest.
I also have some news. I did craft a couple of potions. Sorry for the smell. It's not gonna happen anytime soon, really.
Ah,
I spent 55 days basically resetting merchants. Uh, I have two potions, which I crafted. The recipe is not very well known. That's one of the specialties of the people I work with. I managed to get enough ingredients to have two tries, and I succeeded on both. And it's what's the spell named?
Intellect,
Mental Fortress.
intellect fortress.
oh,
Yeah.
It has the same effect for 1 hour, non-concentration.
Cool.
ah.
3 potions of healing that are better than usual. The 44th one normal one, and one little potion just for me. It's basically allows you to sleep with your eyes open to have a good watchful rest. It has no effect on nerves.
From
That's it.
Can
from the next door room, you hear like, "Oh, you're not up yet? Well, no need to get dressed," and so on and so on.
So you can imagine this is like the dining area where you would be. The room that
No,
she's in is literally just here by the stairs.
there, and him too.
All
oh
right.
boy.
You have seen Enderal interact with Kiva every now and again. Kiva did help her somehow with some of her equipment, knowing that during the last fight, while Ragnarok had his sword and Frigis had his spells, Enderal was able to turn invisible, but her weapons were looking like it was becoming rather ineffective, and Kiva had been helping her with that
Yeah.
in a very small table by the farm, a bowyer area.
And Daryl's been spending quite a considerable amount of time these past few weeks doing archery practice. The quiver is very like beautifully made with gemstones lining it and stuff like that. And at one point, she also received a package because she's been communicating with nearby towns and nobles. And now she has this very strange looking short bow with blades for, you know, instead of the bow, basically, which also
Oh,
looks very fancy.
that's sick. That
Yeah,
bow
it
is
is.
sick.
It is sick.
That's incredible.
Hmm.
Man.
As you guys are sort of tending towards your own devices with Ragnar powdering the gemstone away, and Elizabeth cautiously sitting by a corner paying attention to both of you, ready to heal you at a moment's notice. Uh, Enderil and Kiva sort of disappear off into a corner and the quietness of this room. until eventually your day is interrupted by the front door being slammed on by one of the people that Lisbeth had hired. And you've seen his face before. He has been here for 3 months, but you don't necessarily interact with them on a name to name basis. But he has been one of the people who had helped Lisbeth take care of the farm. He has a very balding top part with some hair on the side, but very, very, very thin hair. He looks like he's in his early 40s, and he's got brown skin and a really thick Asian nose. But he doesn't necessarily look Asian, but he's got that Vietnamese nose going on. He starts knocking onto your door, and he says, "Excuse me, excuse me.
Yes.
I know you're all busy, but is Lady Lisbeth here?" You can see
Sure.
Lisbeth sort of in a corner, not feeling very well.
Come in. I don't know what you want.
I,
First time I saw you.
it's I just the farm. I think you guys should see it.
Guys, the farm.
Farm.
Right? What's about it?
Problem.
There's just something weird going on. It's I've never seen anything like it. Not a pest that I know has done this before. So I think you should just see for yourself. Maybe it's something you know.
Following
Mm,
you.
Very well. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I only spent the morning in the room, by the way. The rest of the
Hmm.
day I spent poring over papers or something.
Okay.
Andrew, you've been
Strange
gone for a long
administrative.
time. You spend quite a considerable amount of time in your room with.
Mm. Well, enough about that.
Hmm.
Let's go and check out the farm.
You go over
Fake,
here and you
fake
find
Tariq, not even gay.
you go over here and you find that the plot has been a little bit destroyed. It looks like it's been dug up, but unlike ordinary rodents, it's not just dug up by like an inch or 2 inches. You see craters about 2 to 3 feet deep down into the ground, and looking around it, you find what looks to be uh like I don't know what that is in English, like small roots inside the soil, but every now and again the root would glimmer a slight purple.
And we see that, or we
You
need to.
see it you see it
Okay.
visually even standing above it. You don't even go down, and it's something you can already ascertain from just standing near the holes or the craters.
It's very strange. Roots aren't supposed to do this, right?
I suppose
Yes.
not.
Let's be on our guard. Maybe it's some poison the pest left behind. No, some pests they eat by dissolving things first and then eating it. Maybe
Hmm.
that's what it did with the root. Yeah, and I'm gonna go near.
I follow. Just peering over
I'll
his shoulder.
I'll
Okay.
sit down and cast detect magic as a ritual.
Make a make an investigation check.
I'm helping.
Yeah,
Do I have to or not?
I
not
think
necessarily.
Ragnar.
Okay.
24.
Okay. With a 24, it looks like the crater had stopped down fully there, but as you go closer, you trip over one of the small pebbles from the edge of the crater, and as it goes towards the epicenter, it sinks inwards. It looks like it's still loose soil, and it might go deeper.
Grab it. Grab it.
Uh, let's get back behind and then come back when we have ropes.
Ropes.
Yes.
Okay.
We could have fixed to the outside and then try to see what's what's happening.
All right, let's do that then.
Looks like it's either a trap, like some ants do, or maybe it's the pest beginning to make its home underground.
Hmm. All right, let's see if we can find some ropes.
I don't have any.
I think I do, like in my inventory, but let me check.
I know I do have a rope.
Right.
I think
50
we
feet.
all have a rope.
I have ropes in my clothing. No, in my sack.
Let's
A
get
lot of
some
rope,
wood.
actually.
I can make an anchor point. If there's no trees, are there any trees near it?
None.
There's fence. You can probably just anchor it to the fence.
Yeah.
If it's solid enough to like handle multiple people, sure.
We were all going down there. I thought you were.
If it lasts, I mean, if it's enough for me,
Is my detect magic see anything?
You cast detect magic, and you do. The hole themselves have small traces of purple aura, which hints that it is a transmutation school.
I don't think Pest made this hole. Someone cast a spell on it.
I mean, magical beasts exist.
No, I think someone dug a hole using transmutation magic.
Or did they transmute the roots or something? Maybe.
I don't know, but there's this purple aura around the hole.
Can you dispel it?
I don't have the spell magic.
What kind of wizard are
I
you?
got it again. Now I finished tying rope against the fence myself. I'm gonna get some twine and attach my handle to my wrist. Turn it on because I don't have dark vision otherwise, and start to go.
Okay.
If
You
I start to sink, don't try to help me. Get some peasants to get me out because you're not gonna manage.
all right. You go ahead and come closer. You tie it around you and you prepare yourself to go down into the crater. You slide down 2 feet onto the descent. And you expected a bit of resistance as you would reach the very bottom of the pit. But as you do, your foot just goes straight through. And it's almost like there's no resistance. And you can see Ragnak in a matter of a second and a half of his body's already underground. And after a second after that, he's disappeared. But the rope that's
Whoa!
attached to him is still moving. It's not going any deeper, but it's still moving left and right, the rope.
I disappear with a thumbs up.
Ragnarok, are you okay?
Be back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What do you see down there?
I don't know. What do I see?
I think he'll be back.
Make a perception roll. You mentioned something. You don't have dark vision, right?
Yeah, that's why I lighted my sword
Yeah.
on.
Okay, so make a perception roll.
12.
With a 12, you could see that there is a big tunnel that has been formed underneath you. You fell after going in for about 3 feet. You fell for probably like 10 feet more. But then after that, there's an open tunnel that's underneath you currently. And you can see the corners of the tunnel itself has that root peering out every now and again. And it
Mhm.
goes directly west and directly south.
Is it square shaped or is it
Circular
circle
shape,
shaped?
a circle tunnel.
Okay. I will climb back till I'm up until my armpits, let's say, and I will yell this information out. There's a tunnel.
A tunnel.
Yes.
Is it large enough to walk, or do we have to crawl down there?
Big?
Okay.
More than. Yeah, it's like 10 feet, right? Since I.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
10
wow.
feet.
Okay. No problem then. I look at Lisbeth and Fridges like, shall we?
It's been a while, ain't it?
Go back down.
Yeah, I feel a bit rusty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just. Mhm.
Do you at least have the cantrip light, Fridges?
I have dancing lights.
Good enough.
And as they come
Hey, I
down, I will expand the radius of a bright light.
Oh,
So now it's 30 feet bright, 30 feet dim around me.
that works.
Mhm. I'll cast dancing lights. Doesn't help much, but it's something.
I mean, you can
Hmm.
get it further. So
Yeah.
you have,
Yeah.
can be
A
like
trail of
90
light
feet
in
of.
front.
Yeah, it can be like 90 feet dim and then 30 bright.
So do we go west or do we go south?
Should we
I
ask
will
Lady
try to
Luck?
examine the groove to see, because I'm still thinking it's probably like a magical beast. If that's the case, there is going to be a sense of direction.
Make you're trying to determine the nature of the beast, so it would have to be nature.
Survival, I would think.
Survival would allow you to, if you're trying to understand what type of creature it is, it would be a nature check. With survival, you'd be able to determine
I just want a
some
direction.
direction. Then just survival, yeah.
5.
They both look very
It's probably a
identical.
spell. Pregus is right.
Mm.
I don't
So
see
we
any
just
directions.
Should we ask Lady Luck where we should go?
What? That's silly.
But Ben,
Mhm.
you said it head west and south.
Yes,
So it's like a 90-degree angle where we are right
pretty
now?
much. It's not a
Okay.
straight tunnel, like it curves a little bit, but generally yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't curve enough that you can't see straight in the tunnel, but it's not like a perfect circle all throughout. Or perfect cylinder, I mean.
Yeah.
So, odd is west and even is south?
Oh, right. I was thinking Brackmar would toss his dice, but he's not here.
Yeah, so we have a coin.
I thought you were a lady of science too. Why do you use such? Sure.
If you be if you spend some time around with someone of someone you adopt some a habit or two.
Yeah. Someone we used to know.
Yeah. Plus science is bullshit anyway.
What do you do?
uh
Flipping a coin.
even so we go south.
Sure.
Okay.
I will lead the way, I think.
Yes.
Elizabeth comes down behind you. She lights up her shield as well in combination with the the light that's emanating from Ragnar's blade. Ragnar. Is it Ragnar?
Yeah. Ragnar.
Yes,
It's
Yeah.
Ragnar.
Ragnar.
I'm so confused now. Out of
So
Ragnar's blade, and you could see a little bit of light, and you see at least about 80 feet in both directions with no obstruction.
Ragnar, you go first. I think Lisbeth should bring up the rear. It's kind of like a rear guard, so we have protection on all sides.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Kiva stays on top, and as you guys go down, or at least have got down, he says, "I'll be back here to watch over the rest."
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Kiva stays behind. The four of you go down, and you start traveling southwards. You travel about a good 5 minutes, and you notice that here, despite being underground, the air isn't stagnant. It's not difficult to breathe in here despite being underground. In fact, as you travel for 5 minutes, you feel a almost like a current coming from your direction, coming from the direction you're traveling to, like a slight wind passing through.
There's
You
a
guys
slight
feel that?
wind passing through.
Oh,
Yes.
it feels like a breeze
Yeah, I
underground.
guess there's an opening somewhere up ahead.
Weird.
You continue traveling for about 3 more minutes until eventually you're met at a cross in the path where you can continue traveling south or take a sharp west. The west, both directions, go about 80 feet in both directions, and they both look similar.
What do your nose say, Ragnak?
What?
What does your nose tell you?
My nose, I don't know, but we see which direction the wind comes.
South.
It comes from the south. Maybe we continue.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
In
You
my
I have
notes,
continue.
my
I will write down each juncture we take in case we get
Okay.
lost.
Do you think these tunnels have different sources?
Sources.
Let's let's say, for example, maybe they were made by two different creatures.
I mean,
they
I
look.
think now you're right. It's probably a caster because there's no grooves that leaves marks as if it was a creature traveling. It seems quite smooth.
Hmm.
What kind of spell could create a tunnel like this?
Quite
I know a thing or two, but it takes time.
integrate.
Yes, let's go. Continue south.
Yeah.
Continue communicating this for 5 minutes more. And you've been walking for about about a total of 15 to 20 minutes now. And you notice that as the wind comes in here, it takes a sharp west turn again. But you see a small amount of light just before you make the turn.
That's not our light, right?
No, it's something else. You want me to go invisible and scout ahead?
That sounds like a fine idea. You're the only one who doesn't cast light,
Yeah.
but will you be able to see?
Yeah, there's lights ahead. And your dancing lights are kind of like lining the hallway in front.
Okay, I'll do that to help you guide the way.
Okay. It's been such a long time since I cast a spell. I cast invisibility on myself and I continue forward to see what's up.
You continue on the path south and you take a west. And just about 10 feet, you can suddenly see that it opens up into an expanse about 45 feet in diameter. And it has no other exits except above you. You
It's very
notice
light.
that you see that like there's sunlight peering through very slightly, almost like in a gigantic circular room. You see only one god ray coming through to the center. The area itself looks uneven, the floor, and you could see one side of this area, of this opening, smoother than the rest. Like everything else is loose soil, and there's one section of the soil that looks like it's been compact or somehow looks smooth, unlike the other parts.
And no creatures,
None.
no strangely glowing crystals.
None.
Okay.
You still see
Ah.
like some of the routes here, but
Okay, but
aside
that's
from
been
that, no.
throughout the tunnel as well.
Yes.
Okay. I run back and just say that it's just this an open room with a tiny hole in the roof. Nothing there.
Weird.
Let's, I guess,
Try another way. The other.
are any of you able to just float up to see maybe what's around that area?
No, because we didn't buy that wand of levitation when we had the chance.
Oh. I can turn into a bird, or do you? I don't know. Do you want me to summon a bratty version of myself?
What?
Yeah, I can do that now. I can summon a bratty version of myself. She can fly and all.
I thought you were the bratty version of yourself.
On. Don't
No, I
treat
don't
me
think
so
that's
light.
necessary. That sounds like a very powerful spell.
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's
okay.
3rd level.
Okay.
You want me to?
If it will help
What?
in this situation,
So what we want to do is
just figure out what's above this cavernous room.
okay then. I take my free hand that has a ring, which is my arcane focus on it. I kind of chop it into my chest and pulled out a crystal of orange hue,
Wait,
and
into your literal chest?
like it goes through
Okay.
magic.
Yeah.
And the crystal cracks, and you see a small version of myself uh, with different color scheme. She's orange and has beetle wings.
Hmm.
I cast Summon Fae at 3rd level.
Cool.
And she's very, very angry.
Always angry.
Yeah. What the fuck do you want from me?
Whoa.
Your voice for
Whoa.
Barry.
Really, really bratty. So
I was
it's
chilling. I was just chilling, and now you just rip me out of my home.
Feywild.
Yeah.
So it's like a pixie or a fairy?
It's a small fae.
Hmm.
Just fly up there and maybe stay around for an hour, and you can just chill for the rest of the day, I guess. Just go do your thing. It
Okay.
flies up.
It flies up. It disappears for like a minute as it observes the surroundings until it comes back and reports to you right away. So it tells you, well, I'm not going to roleplay it because it's yours, but it tells you essentially that the area that's surrounding it looks like there's some type of building with like a Ulysses around it, and almost like a windmill. There seems to be a big house north of you, quite far away. Uh, it doesn't notice anything too out of the ordinary, aside from the fact that at least where he came out of from, there is again like the similar cavern, like crater looking area. He comes back down that. That's all he tells you.
I relay the information.
Another
Yeah.
windmill? Do we know of any other windmills in the area?
No, but assuming the amount of travel you've done, it wouldn't be far that it's actually your windmill.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, okay, that's interesting. Shall we try a different route though?
You know. It seems like we're gonna do a lot of walking, so I'm just gonna break off a bit of the like purple root and try to see what's up with it
Make a
as we
nature
go
check.
back to walking, I guess.
Nature check.
8.
Suck at
Hard to
this.
tell. You've dealt with exotic plants before. It's part of the profession that you have when you make your potions. But you could tell that this is a very unnatural one. It bears no resemblance to any characteristics of a plant that you know exists. It looks like it almost looks like it's an artificial branch. It doesn't look like any plant that you've ever seen before. It shares no characteristics. It doesn't make sense. You think that whatever this is, you almost have a feeling that it's fake. From the touch, from the feel to the bark that's inside. It doesn't make sense to you.
I have a small bite.
I was gonna suggest it.
Make a constitution save.
Oh boy.
What does it taste like?
9.
It feels very, very, very foul as you suffer.
It's like it.
You're not poisoned.
This ain't no Witcher. This ain't no Witcher elixir.
23 points of poison damage.
I'm immune to poison.
Yeah. So normally
Wait.
what would have been very bad for you. You feel the sharp sting on your tongue, but you survive.
You just see his veins kind of like darken for a bit and then normal.
Yeah. Well, as work, I'm just gonna collect a bunch. I get
Might
my
come in
backpack
useful.
from behind me to in front of me, open it, like push it a bit down, get a bit of cloth, and just pick them up like tea, something.
All right.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
So
Don't
maybe
taste
we
it.
should
Don't what?
Don't
don't
taste
taste it.
taste it.
Taste it. I would never even think of it.
I was gonna suggest that maybe we should eat it, but oh well.
No.
No. Okay. Good to know.
No. Last experiment, get 50 feet ahead of me.
50 feet
Uh,
ahead of you.
Yeah. Do any of you can make fire?
I can create like a spark with prestidigitation.
Sure. Um, I break the other end of. Do I have torches?
We don't need torches.
But make a spark on. I have like 10 torches. I'm just gonna break off like a bit of wood from the other end. Could you light that on fire, please? I put it on the ground.
I try with prestidigitation. I can,
You
yeah, I
can light
can
any light
light or
source.
snuff out a candle or a torch. So yeah,
So you see that as he puts it down on the ground, you cast prestidigitation, and full expectation is for it to come into full life and embers. But as you do, it says like, psst,
That's not
and
on the not on the thing. It's on a bit of torch I broke.
oh, okay, then yeah.
And then I'm gonna put the thing above it.
Oh,
you
then
can
as
turn it
you do
torch.
that,
To see if there's smoke coming out.
you guys know what Japanese sweet potato looks like, right? It's very similar in that shape. And as you put it
Oh,
into the fire, you could see that it's almost like killing the fire underneath it.
Oh,
It does grow hot, and after a while, it does burn up. But as soon as you take it off the fire, the embers sort of die out. And you
Does
look
it
at
make
it.
any snow?
Does
Smoke.
it make any?
Smoke.
Yes, it does. It does, but very, very small amounts.
Okay.
what does it
Uh,
smell like?
you stay 50 feet
Oh,
away.
like even from 50 feet away, it smells like bog. Like dirty
What?
swamp water is what
Oh,
it smells like.
Would it be doing poison damage?
No,
Would-
they don't suffer anything. It just smells bad.
No, not me. If I sniff it.
You sniff it, not necessarily, no. You feel like if you were to do it, you'd get cancer over time, but not like an immediate poisonous effect.
Yeah. And like stomp it down, all of the fires. Okay.
As you stomp the torches underneath and you're holding it, you
Mhm.
see small sparks come through.
But Lisbeth, you take the front. I take the rear. I'm gonna keep making experiments on recording with my other hand.
Okay. Well, let's try this other tunnel that we passed before.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You travel back northwards, and there's another west that you initially passed through. And this looks like it goes a long way. You travel here for about 5 minutes. It still goes straight. What do? Do you continue? Do you go back?
I
We
dismiss.
continue.
I dismiss my face spirit for a while because I cannot stand her anymore. She's too. Yeah, I cannot
All right.
stand her anymore. So let's hope we don't need her for a time being.
Mm-hmm. You travel continuously for 10 more minutes, for 15 more.
This one is
Seems
much
like
longer.
there's no end here yet. So, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to draw just how it looks like. This is your entrance. You went down, and it looks like there was a path to the west. You traveled south instead. You continued to travel south and found that small little area with the sunlight. Oh, hello?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I mean, the mouse kept going. And from here, it looks like it continues to travel. That's very buggy. I don't like that.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
where we're now in that second
Yes,
branch.
in this area right here.
Okay.
It looks like it could travel continuously more, but you get to make a decision whether you want to continue here or travel back up.
We've already traveled for like 15 minutes.
Yes.
Let's go for 15 more.
Kind of looks like
I
a
don't
man
mind.
walking on the hill now that
Mm.
you're drawing it out.
You travel
Ragnarok
for
is having a field day. He's doing experimenting and recording at the same time.
Yeah.
He can keep going.
you travel for 15 minutes more until eventually you do reach a similar to the one you found earlier. A circle again, with one area of the wall smoothed, an opening to the top, and a tunnel that continues on.
Oh, that's different.
This is weird.
This is very weird.
What's weird?
This whole cave network that we're discovering. Can you send your little pixie up and see what's up outside?
I just dismissed her a while.
Why?
she's she's annoying.
How far is it to the roof?
Not that high, it's about 15 feet above. 10 to
Oh,
15.
okay. Ragnar, stand
Oh,
still. Lift me up, lift me up,
What?
lift me up.
I have my. Wait.
I
Okay.
kind of
Give me a
start
second.
climbing onto you. and standing on your shoulders, I will try to reach up and jump out.
No need for a check on this one. You guys are pretty much level 11 adventurers at this point. So
And
as
what is
you go
it
up his
quick?
shoulder, you go above. You're not the tallest, so getting up to the top part takes a little bit of effort, and only like the top part of your chest escapes the soil. And you look around. There's not much you could see, so you continue pushing upwards until you could see on the far east side is your village, uh, but it's a distance now. And to your west, you could see it enters the woods from where Lisbeth and Co have been cutting wood from.
Yeah. Poke my head down and say, the tunnel continues into the woods.
Good. I drop you.
Okay. No, well, okay. Ah! That was
What's that?
unnecessary.
Well, you could have waited too. So what's about the smooth part?
Yeah, I was also
The
curious about that.
smooth part on the northern edge there.
Yeah, I'll go
Hmm.
to it.
You go towards it. It looks like it's really compressed soil. You know
Mhm.
how sand, when it's loose, is very rough, but when you press it down, it forms a smooth surface? It's very similar to that.
In one hand, I have my sword and the basically dangling from twine, and my the little root I'm looking at. If it
Mhm.
for it changes since it got burned,
Mhm.
I just ding ding against it.
You ding ding the root onto the part of the wall, and small pieces of dirt start crumbling down. Nothing too out of the ordinary. It's how you would expect dirt to behave.
Okay, I will basically start grinding the root against it.
Maybe
Just for like 20 seconds. That's it.
maybe there's something beyond the wall on the other side. Maybe someone, kind of closed it off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And if it's not the case, at least I will see a bit further inside the root.
Hmm.
Okay. You start digging on this section of the wall, right over here, and you sort of scrape the root down onto the
Yeah.
wall. Is that correct?
Yeah, just
Pieces
like
of
for
it
like
crumble.
quick 30 seconds to see if
Sure,
it's extremely packed or just like
sure.
if it could be made with strength and not magic,
Okay.
basically.
Shawshank Redemption style, you start scraping the sweet potato onto the corner of the wall.
Yes,
And it
science.
does come off a little bit, but it looks like it's really pressed hard, that even after 20 seconds, you don't see the looser part of soil, so to speak.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's still pretty compact after 20 seconds of pushing it through. But it looks like it's still soil. It doesn't have any arcane feeling to it. Uh Although how it got here you don't know. But
Well,
from the checks you made so far, there's no indication of magic, or at least you don't think so.
let's check Ender's idea of maybe something's behind it, and then if not, continue towards the forest. What do you say?
Yeah, good idea.
I throw the root like further down the into the room, basically. I just go 1, 2, and with my elbow, just 1, 2 to see if there's an echo, as if it were. If there was something behind it, it make a sound. That's what I'm
Mm.
trying to get.
Mm.
Or if it just
I see,
packed
I see.
back.
So like you're trying to elbow the wall to see what kind of sound it would make
Yes,
if it's fully packed or what.
yes.
It sounds hollow.
Yep, hollow. Good intuition.
Ah,
Okay, all right. Now we're getting
stop
somewhere.
painting.
Do we have a shovel? No, no one brought a shovel into the underground tunnel.
Does a ray of frost help? I cast ray of frost at it.
No, it's get harder with the soil when it's cold.
Oh fuck.
Um,
Oh shit. No, I got nothing.
hmm.
I'll I'll help digging. I'll help digging with my hand.
I remember we bought a lot of shovels when we went out to put up that trap, but I didn't bring anyone with me.
What kind of magic items do you have? Because the good thing about them is that they don't break. So if it has somewhat the shape of you could hold on to, you can probably dig with it without breaking your nails.
I'm not
I
gonna
have
use
I
my
have
bow for
this.
this.
I have
What
this.
what is it?
Rambling Rose.
Oh, that's good.
Poke, 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 poke.
Yeah, you go half swording with just the tip like a pickaxe.
All right.
It
If
hurts. It has thorns all over its blade.
If you hold it well enough, it doesn't pierce.
I hold it very half-assedly and eh.
I took it
Hmm.
because you
I
probably
take
don't have the strength to do it.
I take my
No, why
saber
don't you?
and I use its magical ability to see if I can somehow take moisture out of the ground in front of us and make it
I've been
easier.
waiting for you to do this for so long. Yes, you can. So one thing you realize about the saber is that not only does it can control like existing water sources, but it can generate water small enough for you to be able to manipulate straight from the air itself.
So now the dirt is dry and easier, I think.
Make an
Ragnar,
athletics
why
check
didn't you,
with advantage, Ragnar.
Ragnar, why didn't you use your lightsaber?
Immaterial.
Okay.
How do
With
you
20
cut
Oh boy.
through flesh?
I don't cut.
Oh, okay.
it goes through.
22.
It's all psychic, like they feel the pain, but it doesn't cut.
Yeah. It burns but leaves no scars.
It burns.
With a 22, it takes you probably like 5 minutes in this area until eventually it breaks open off into another section of the wall. And from here, you can see a bigger section that envelops it. And this time, oh, sorry. I should be able to undo it. This time, the whole thing is smooth except for another path onto the left. And make a. Well, do you enter the room or do you just look through first?
I mean, first it will be just a small hole. So guess we look,
Mm.
then we continue digging since there's something.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the logical sequence of events.
Frigis,
Until
can you send your lights through?
I cast dancing lights again. Go!
Okay, make perception check then.
All of us
Uh,
or just Frigis?
All of you, if you want. Whoever wants to participate.
I
we
want to
front, so I guess.
perceive.
Oh
Oops,
boy.
that was not correct.
5.
Man.
15.
All right. Pretty hard to see from here, but Enderal, you pierce through as the dancing lights go through, and you can see from here going in. There's this gigantic egg cracked open into.
Guys, there's a gigantic egg that's cracked open.
Eggs?
That's not
Just
a
one?
good sign.
Just one. It looks like one gigantic piece of egg that has been cracked into, and like splinters of eggshells everywhere.
Huh, so I was wrong. Right. Yes. I knew it. It was
So
magic, but
speaking
silly.
we have seen a dragon egg, or at least a dragonborn egg once. Does this look anything similar like to that?
Not at all, and it feels weird because the egg that you see looks like, instead of like a hard shelly surface, it almost looks like flesh.
Ragnar, you go first.
And can I have my
Sure,
sword
in
back
5
first?
minutes, go back to digging. Make a hole big enough
Oh.
for us to pass.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, Ragnar does break through enough for the four of you to go through.
I've
Thanks.
kept drawing moisture out of the walls. Now there's like a pool of water that we're standing in.
I can remove the burning gross from my palm, which is like a little bit because of the
The splinters.
thorns. And don't worry, I didn't feel it either.
Okay.
So
Uh,
let's get to this egg now.
yes. As we enter, I have
Okay.
my bow ready and I kind of take an arrow and have it ready. Okay.
Just walk
Take
away.
out my sword. But
All right. The four of you go through and eventually arrive into this area. You all suddenly feel a slight vibration on the ground for like 1 second, two, and then disappears. You know it's coming from the western direction.
So back to the forest.
I
Wait,
cast Mage Armor.
so there's nothing in
What?
this room with the egg. It's just the egg. Okay.
Well,
We go.
eggs, massive
Eggs.
droppings, eggshells, and massive
Okay.
droppings.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Are you gonna taste this too, Ragnarok? I point at the droppings. Figure out what it is.
No. I get a bit of the shell in between my fingers. See how pliable it is.
It's almost like flesh.
Hmm.
Gross.
Have you
Do
guys ever
I
had
know
those
what?
eggs? It's an Asian delicacy. I'm sure Boom would know. Like, you know those eggs, like balot, like where
The
you
fetus
eat a live
inside.
chicken. Yeah, the fetus inside. It feels like that, where there's like
Oh,
it's almost
is-
fleshy.
isn't that
It,
a
it, it barely feels like
Filipino
that.
dish?
Yeah, yeah, but I see it being sold here in Thailand every now and again.
I've never seen that ever.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen that ever.
The
I
best.
haven't been to that side of the country, I suppose.
I see, I see. Yeah. It's the
Uh,
best,
eh,
except when it's not.
it's not. Uh, can I try to examine what kind of egg it belongs to? Like
Make
what kind of
yeah,
Yeah.
make a nature check.
nature?
May I too?
Yeah, go ahead.
20. Yeah.
23.
Oh, with a let's see, with a 23 and a 20, it starts to become more obvious to you. It feels like the way the egg is designed, it definitely hosts a massive creature. Although just from the eggshell itself, you can't really ascertain what kind of creature it is, but some characteristics of it you do understand that this is definitely a wandering type of animal. It doesn't look like it hosts a specific territory just based on how the eggshell looks and how quickly the tunnels have been formed. It looks like it's just a wandering type of creature, but you do know that it's massive just from the size on birth, and you somehow feel that it's also not very natural. You do understand some characteristics of it, but Boom, Frigis and Ragnak both feel there has been some arcane tampering with the eggs.
Okay. Do you guys relay this information?
Yes. Same.
It doesn't. It's not natural in any way, shape, or form. I think.
It seemed to be like tampered with. I've been getting feedback from other people that somewhat the area was getting tougher. Maybe it's because someone or something is tampering with nature. Does that? I mean, at least it seems to have a natural base, but then it has been tampered with.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, I really don't want to face it in these narrow tunnels. I think that could be quite bad.
Well,
If
the best course of action, I think, would be at least to protect the area and the people. Would probably be to go towards the direction of the tunnel that goes towards the forest,
yeah,
because it's probably gonna feed itself and then wait until it tries to come back, or
mm,
face it as it comes in.
right. But I would love it if we could kind of lure it outside, or at least in one of these large rooms. I don't want to face it like in the tunnels.
Well, I would like to propose something, but considering I've never faced this and probably no one has, uh, if you have a plan, I'm all ears. Otherwise, all I can do is just keep going forward until we go face to face with it.
Yeah, we'll continue forwards for now and just try to not get surprised, but be the surprisers, and then we can hopefully come up with a plan later.
Yes.
Or maybe we send a decoy and run back here so that we have a wider area to fight and lure whatever creature we are facing in our area.
You have another
Why do
pixie
you want? Why do you want a large area to fight in?
to
So
maneuver.
How?
I need. I know you like to just stand there in their face and hit them with your sword, but I need space to
Yes,
move around.
but you don't need space to move around if it's focused on me.
That's true, but
Very durable, you know.
I would feel a lot better though.
Famous last words.
Very durable, I swear. Got so durable during this few months.
But yeah, Frigis, you have another pixie up your sleeve?
I could use myself as a decoy.
No.
I mean, I run pretty fast.
That's true. You do run pretty fast.
Yeah.
What if it's faster, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I have that dimension door. I could be faster over 500 feet distance.
How about we keep going with me first, and as we felt just now, it's probably digging, and we can feel that through vibrations. If all of a sudden they get stronger, we lay in wait, and then you, if you want, guys, you can go in front of me to do magic stuff.
All right, I like that.
But
I
for
like that
now,
plan.
I keep going forward, and then we see what happens.
All right.
So
Let's go.
together.
Okay.
I will. So far, my sword has been kind of dangling, so I could record more. Now I'm gonna close my backpack since probably like quite full. Get it back behind me and grip the sword hilt and activate a bit of something on it.
Okay.
And go forward.
Also, towards the process, if you're going to keep the roots that you found, just get 6 of them. 6
Yeah.
sweet potato roots, whatever you want to call it, until you figure out what it is.
Eat roots.
Now I'm craving for sweet potatoes now.
Not
Yeah,
me
I
too,
want.
actually.
It's those purple ones you're talking about,
Yeah.
right? They're so
Yeah.
good.
I'm so
I
done.
think I've
Those are my
never
favorite.
eaten one.
Ah,
Yeah.
I've
Never
eaten
eaten a
one
sweet
really, really long time ago.
Maybe once.
Mm.
that's impossible. I can't do that. I can't go that long without it. But anyway, you guys continue traveling westwards until you do find evidence of something that is different. You have Lisbeth right behind you. I assume Ragnar is at the very front, continually traveling towards that direction. I'm going to clear
Yeah.
these drawings, and I'm going to
And
put you back in the
the
center.
right is ice, because
Okay.
if I do lightning and I go first, they will smell scent of ozone coming from me.
Ah.
Okay. So for simplicity's sake, I wish this was much easier to use, really. Okay. Until you found this big nest here and you travel over here. And as you travel over here, you spend about 10 minutes straight, no difference. 15 minutes straight, no difference. 20 minutes straight. Everyone roll for perception.
Not 20.
Nice. 26.
Better.
Okay.
10.
You're the only one who can
With
see in the dark, and you don't see anything.
There's no
you have
darkness with us.
Ragnar moving in front of you until eventually you see Ragnar stop dead in his tracks as you can see, just as you're traveling forward, you see about 80 feet in total, with the last 30 feet in dim light. You have your sword with you. You're traveling forward, dancing lights all above, until eventually you see a dead end. But then you stare at it, and the dead end suddenly has eyes that open up and close.
Oh no.
Make a nature check.
Oh boy.
15.
Okay. With the
Okay,
15,
everyone.
you don't really know what it is, but
Mhm.
it's huge. It's taking up the space of the entire tunnel, just from shoulder to shoulder. It's about 15 feet tall, just enough to scrape the top part of the tunnel. And it has this long, almost looks like a beak, sort of, with really sharp, jagged fangs. It looks like a mixture of what looks like an armadillo and a shark. And this
And
is what you see. Yeah, go ahead.
I kind of just slowly grab Ragnar's coat and pull him slowly back from the creature. Shh.
It looks in front of you. It looks at the direction where you are currently, right here.
Mhm.
But it
Oh.
doesn't seem to know of your presence,
Even though it opened its eyes.
even though it opened its eyes.
Okay, I
You
just
can
keep.
sort of shaking, moving its body, but right now it's just sitting, and its eyes open and close.
Do you move with me, Ragnarok, as I try to pull you back slowly?
Yeah, but I'm like,
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking at you like,
Shh, 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 shh. Don't fight it here. I don't think that's a good idea.
As you do, roll for stealth.
Stealth.
ooh,
I am good
All
at that.
I'm so good at those. 11.
Not bad.
19. I
Not
rolled a
bad.
6 on the dice.
Bridges, you too.
Oh, me too. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
also
so
Elizabeth.
good. I'm so good at those. I rolled an 8.
Oh boy.
Guys! Guys!
Okay, I'm gonna roll for Elizabeth then.
Disadvantage, I think.
Yeah,
Okay, what
she has
spells
armor.
do I have?
Oh, that's nice. I can have it open now. Oh, that's pretty nice. Not bad. 14. That brings us to let me check its stats.
That's
Unfortunately,
an average of like 10.5 or something.
yeah. Unfortunately, as you guys sort of move backwards and you try to see forward, as you take one step back, Fridges didn't really catch up to this whole conversation. So as Enderil stops in front of Ragnak and Ragnak gets pulled back a little bit, Fridges sort of just looking around and sort of bumps into Enderil as Enderil is backing away and goes like, "Oh!" And then suddenly the creature looks towards your direction and sort of sniffs around, moves 10 feet forward, and as it moves 10 feet forward, you could see suddenly its gills begin to flare upwards as it recognizes your presence.
Yeah.
Roll for initiative.
Ah! Ah!
Bridges!
Yeah. Now I'm sharing my rolls with both my companions. Trash. 5.
20.
9.
All
I have a
right.
+7. Why can't I roll initiative good?
I have
Okay.
+7 now for proficiency.
Let's take a quick water break as I set up the map and
Mhm.
also get a glass of water. All right. See you guys in a bit.
Maybe. Lisbeth, you there? Oh, who's playing Elizabeth? I'm looking through Elizabeth's equipment. She had a shovel, by the way. Just saying.
Oh,
Uh,
that the digging process.
and a miner's pike.
Mine spike,
A miner's pike.
mine.
Pick.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh.
She
She
had the
have
whole deal.
those.
She had the whole package and she was just waiting.
She have those. I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, I think she's the one tending to the fields the most,
Yeah.
right? Because I've been doing some. Most of them are wasted on learning spells and teaching
I've
kids,
spent 55 days resetting merchants, just like you would do in a game. Like you
resetting
check
marches.
every merchant, see what
Oh,
they sell. You skip one day, you do it again.
Just like in Skyrim, like you
Yeah.
travel to a different area and come back for 30 days.
oh, to
All
see if
right.
they restock or something.
Yep, that's what I've been doing for 2 months.
All right.
All right. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh shit.
that was my bad. 1 second. That wasn't supposed to happen.
I guess I'm gonna get real dice to roll for Lisbeth.
Bum, bum.
I zoomed out and the monster disappeared.
No, that was my fault. I clicked it by
Oh.
accident.
Lisbeth
So-
gets 6 initiative.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the
With that, Frigis comes in 20. You could see that as Endero moves back towards you, you sort of bump a little bit and creature moves closer. And it should be about right here. That's too close, actually. The creature is right there.
Okay.
What
Oh.
do you do?
what's the initiative for Lisbeth?
Oh,
6.
how co-
6.
all right, let's just set her at 6.
Okay.
Theodore, run Elizabeth, thank you.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay, Blade Song, let's go. 50 feet of movement. Very nice. I asked Andrew, a wider area, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. How far is this? Too far. Very well. Run back here, and then I end my turn.
Good turn.
With that, Frigis, Endero, what do you do?
I make sure that both Ragnarok and Lisbeth know that we're pulling back. Come on, pulling back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is it possible to shoot between them?
Yes.
Okay.
And the ceiling is like 15 feet. So.
That's a large creature, so it's no problem. But for example, if Ragnarok was the creature and this was the other guy, that would be half cover.
Yeah.
So in this situation, it's no problem.
Then I will sharpshoot.
Oh,
No, yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
sharpshoot, eh?
And I missed. I'll
Oh
shoot
boy.
again. And does that hit? 19?
Was that with the minus on the sharpshooter?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
I have a lot of pluses now.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
Yeah. 19 hits.
22 damage.
Oh boy. All
I'm
right.
gonna use my
Christ.
bonus action. Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to shoot again.
Go.
And
Oh, you
that's
already moved, so you have to
oh,
not have moved.
that's true. My bad.
Yeah.
That's then this is my turn then.
All right.
you've got a fancy bow.
Yeah, I
right.
do.
With that, this creature actually,
There's
you
no music,
feel
by
the
the way.
ground vibrate as it gets this giant. It gets this one small arrow pierced down onto the side of its face, and you can see that it almost has like metallic structured jaw and face. It looks like a hammerhead almost. Until you see that it pierces through the outer shell, and the arrow just sticks itself, and you can see a visible crack. Creature wails. The floor begins to shake underneath you. Debris falls from above, and it starts slamming its shoulder onto its right, and digs its way down.
Oh,
Yeah. I just want to say, just to retcon a little bit, because I didn't use my bonus action, so I'm
Mhm.
gonna use it, and I cast Swift Quiver,
Okay.
so I have that ready next turn.
swift what?
Jesus
So,
Christ.
so it digs itself to the right or down.
Well, it was looking at you to its right, so south.
Okay.
Swift quiver?
Swift Quiver.
All right.
Now she can
Oh,
one-shot you.
With that, Lisbeth, what new?
oh boy.
Elizabeth will go back into the big area, I guess. Yeah. Now dash to be in between the two big areas. There. It's her turn.
All right. Let me get rid of this marker on her. Okay. With that, Ragnak, what do you do?
Hmm.
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 Run after it.
Does the passage it dug sound, or is it gonna collapse? Just a quick glance.
Not necessarily. It looks just like the other areas he has dug through.
Do you actually say run behind it?
No, I
What do you
don't
mean?
say anything.
Okay, then I come back and yeah. So it's not following. What do we do at this meeting?
Yeah. Maybe it will come.
You and your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, then Frigis, what do you do?
I will run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do I see it through the tunnel?
You have a vision of 120 dark
Vision of
vision, so yeah, you do.
So there is a tunnel
okay.
there then.
Yes. It
Okay.
connected itself here.
Hold on, let me. Oh, okay. Uh, how deep is this? Ah, okay. I will. I will shove my hand into my chest again and just rip my face spirit out of it. This time I cast Summon Fey at 4th level. Your turn. Your time to shine. Go.
What kind of Fae do you summon this time?
The same one.
Always the angry one.
And then here he is. He can
Uh,
control that.
Okay. I can cast it at 90 feet away, so I
Mhm.
cast it like right in front of it.
All right. You can move it. You can move it however you want. That's
Okay,
yours now.
I'll take a ruler just because. Okay. Um. So he pops right over there. Hold on. I have to take an account to its hit points. How much hit points does it have? 50. It has 50 HP and armor class of 16.
Okay, 50 HP.
Mm-hmm.
50, right?
50, yes.
Okay. AC
Okay.
16.
It yells, "What's your deal now?" This time, then it sees the enemy and then just starts laughing maniacally. Finally, a challenge. This individual will use its bonus action to teleport 10 feet, 10, 10 feet in front of it, and because I chose the filming nature, it has advantage on the next attack.
All right.
Yeah. How do I attack with him?
Let me see. I've never had anyone use this
You
before.
roll a d20 and then you add the bonus. It's your
I
spell
just roll
modifier to it.
Okay.
Oh, it takes its turn after you end yours.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot. So I end my turn and do that.
Okay, then I'm gonna add him to the combat tracker. Okay.
I'll just roll a d20 then.
I mean, you can just click if you have like a 2-hit cantrip, it will be the same because it's your
Oh yeah.
it's your spell
Oh yeah,
modifier.
you're right. I'll do that. Just then I'll do this instead. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Okay. Okie dokie. Hold on. It's a lot. I've never cast this spell before. 1d8, 1d6. 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4. It takes 9 piercing and oh wow. 9 piercing and 3 force damage.
All right.
Okay, because I cast it at 4th level, I can attack again. Normal attack this time.
Yeah.
14 doesn't hit.
14 does not hit.
Okay. That's her turn. Yeah.
All right.
That's
With that, it is Endrill's turn. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna move 25 feet next to Fridges. I'm gonna use my action to shoot twice. And I miss. And I probably miss.
Yes, twice.
Okay, I'm gonna use
Glances
my
off the creature's face.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack twice.
Such a good spell.
Yeah, 23 to hit.
Hits.
And 23 damage. Second attack.
Boy.
oh.
Yeah.
17 to hit.
Hits.
Perfect.
Wait, you can attack 4 times now?
Yeah,
Yes.
with Swift Quiver.
That's the spell.
Oh boy. Oh
All right.
That's why I
boy.
said she can one shot you. She can do like 25,
Yeah.
25, 25, 25. Probably
So,
more
and
easy to
I-
one shot me because I don't have GC.
All right.
I move 5 feet back, and that's my turn.
Okay. This creature bites the face ferret. Face ferret AC is 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage.
So it is now at 31 HP. I changed its name to 31 HP and AC, so you should be able to see. And then from here, it moves.
It should have 40 HPs, 30 plus the each spell level above third.
Oh,
So it's
Okay.
40.
oh, I calculated wrong. Sorry
So
about
what was
that.
its starting
So
HP?
40?
40.
Oh yeah,
40 starting HP?
Yeah.
yeah, I calculated wrong because
Okay.
I thought it was 30 plus 10 at third, so I thought it was 20 at fourth. So
Then that will be 40 minus 19,
yeah, so 21.
21.
21 HP. All right. And the creature goes straight down here.
It's just running away.
It moves here. Oh, I don't want that color.
We got it on a run, guys.
And as that happens, you feel this coming from the south. And suddenly, bursting from the southern wall,
Oh boy.
you see
Another
a bigger
one?
one.
Oh shit! It's the mom.
It's the mom!
And it slams over here, causing the two of you to make a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Whew.
Oh wait, I have advantage because I am attuned to Astral Cloak, right?
Yes.
Oh.
But astral cloak on spells, right?
Or
Let me check.
yeah. I'll check as well.
I love this VTT because I can check your stats real quick. Unlike before when we were like
Such as
using physical
traps.
map. Oh, those days.
Such
Those
as
days were
traps and
precious.
spells. Does this count as
Nice
traps?
days.
I miss your minis though.
I'm gonna figure out something with that. Don't worry. Yeah, you have advantage on this one.
Okay. Hold on, my sheet is loading. I don't know why my sheet is loading. It's okay. One more time.
Oh.
I love it. Enderal barely makes it. You're able to move to a space 5 feet away. But for Frigis, you are knocked prone. I'm gonna mark you with a red.
Yeah. She's getting
And
rusty.
Enderal takes a total of 12 points of damage. 7 of which is bludgeoning, 5 slashing. And for Frigis, you suffer a total of 25 points. 14 bludgeoning, 11 in slashing.
25.
And you are prone.
Hold on. 25, right?
Yeah.
I will make a concentration check for my.
You too, Enderal, concentration.
I rolled 13.
I rolled a
Sweet.
12.
I don't remember how concentration works. It's either
Either 10 or half the damage.
It's 10
Right.
if it's lower than 10 damage or half of the thing's damage. So yours would be 10.
Yeah, so I succeed my saving throw.
Frigis, however, fails hers. She loses
Uh,
concentration.
My
Since it is a
main spirit
25.
goes bye-bye now.
And
What's
25.
happening to me?
The DC would be 12.
Oh wait, I have
For
a
20,
plus
yeah,
4.
actually, for 25, your DC would be 12.
I have a plus
you're
4
done.
from Blade Song too.
All right, yeah, then it's fine.
Perfect.
Woo! It's been a while.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, it is Lisbeth's turn.
Yeah, Lisbeth is gonna. With how massive it is, probably gonna last a while, so she's gonna cast a spiritual weapon.
Mhm.
Uh, Somewhere like behind it, probably, and attack with it.
Go ahead.
It's not 2 to hit, so fails.
Yeah, fails.
Yep. And as an action, we'll cast Call the Dead on it. So Wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
and it's still full life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's D8.
It fails the wisdom save.
Okay, so it's gonna take 2d8 damage. One will good, one will bad. 9 necrotic.
1 second, sorry. Okay, this will be spiritual weapon, just to avoid any confusion.
Mhm.
And how much damage was it?
9.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
let's put the spiritual weapon there, and there's another one probably coming like it just did. So she's gonna move to protect Frigis there.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
Ragnar, what do you do?
Ragnarok will go at it.
I'd be
At-
disappointed if you didn't.
Yeah, first is gonna strange metabolism
Mhm.
to remove his disadvantage on dex saving throws from the strength,
Mhm.
and then grab it with both hands now that it's begun, and walk at it twice after moving. Let's say here, because he also knows another one is coming. So.
From there, it would be difficult. If you travel from here to here, you could travel diagonally. But after that, your companions are blocking you.
I will go through Lisbeth's space, half movement.
Okay. How much feet do you have? So 5, 10, 15,
35.
20. Then it's perfect.
I gained 5 from
Oh yeah, perfect.
a 10th level. And go at it. For 21 to hit.
It's
I'm gonna reroll that, it's a 1. Slightly better. Does
12.
Radiant or Cold have any different effects?
It deals normal.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say the total is 12.
Okay.
And I put my brand on it. Brand
Mhm.
of Castigation.
Investigation.
Yep. And swing again. That's 29 to hit.
All right.
18 damage this time. Better.
Okay.
Yep, that's 30 damage, and that's bonus action move. That's my turn.
All right. For that,
Come on, stay
Frigis,
on
you
your
are
feet, Frigis.
underneath it. What do you do?
Can I get up?
You can.
Okay, like those hip hop dance. Do the helicopter leg spin and get up.
That's
Yeah.
a martial
Uh,
arts move.
yeah.
Your
As I
product.
was mid my movement of getting up, I attack it. Cha, cha. Oh boy,
Miss on the first attack.
I still
Your
have my
sword
second
glances, but
one.
its skin is almost like a hard shell. Second one goes through.
I'm gonna go back to rolling a d6 for the damage to go faster because of the ride.
And 8 plus 4 acid.
Total of 12.
12. And then I have
Do you do
25
anything else?
movement. I have 25 movement left, so I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I don't
It
provoke opportunity.
will attack of opportunity you.
I have mobile feet, but it don't.
Sweet, right? Yeah.
Nice.
I was wondering why is he so confident. I forgot you got mobile. Okay,
What the
go.
fuck, boy? Uh, So I end my turn. It's the spirit's turn now.
Okay.
Uh, it's gonna say, "Where you running? Come back here! I'm not done with you yet." Uh, it's going to teleport as the bonus action,
Wow. All right.
and it
Terrifying Fae.
yes.
It's a scary spell,
Yeah.
especially at 4th
Uh,
level.
because I teleport and
Ooh.
I get an advantage on one attack.
Go ahead.
Yes. On the next one only.
It's a D6 plus.
2d6 plus 7.
Thank you. I am bad at D6 plus 7. So
It's two
that's a
different,
1.
basically two different d6s.
8
One
damage.
is piercing, the other is force, and it's
Yep.
3 plus the level you cast it at. For you to be just 2d6 plus 7.
So 8 before. Yeah, 8 before and extra 2 force.
Okay.
Okay. First one down. Second one to go. I need more D6.
It's
We're wrecking this
So,
baby.
so it's it's just 1.
Yeah.
3, 3, 4. So that's 10 piercing and 1 force.
how do you do it?
Ah. Uh her name is Ignis, by the way.
Ignis.
Ignis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Ignis will with her whole body will like sword with sword in her with a short sword in her hand like leaps into its mouth and destroys it from within, like break the shit out of it from within. And
All right.
Nobody sees it.
Nope. This is yeah.
All right. With that, it is Enderl's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use my action to disengage.
Mhm.
And I kind of just cartwheel back
Mhm.
5, 10, 15,
Everybody's
20
all
feet.
ninjas.
And I'm gonna use my bonus actions to attack.
Such a good spell.
Yeah.
And it costs a magical secret. It's
Yep.
expensive.
oh,
Yeah.
magical secrets.
It's very expensive.
So 19 on the first hit. Second one is 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, so I deal another 24 psychic. And
Ooh, my boy.
you guys, when you see my arrows blast through this tunnel, you don't see arrows, you see like streaks of purple sinking into the creature and just disappearing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Psychic?
Psychic.
Oh boy.
I end my turn.
Jesus Christ.
All right. With that, it sees it's outnumbered. Takes a bite at Ragnar.
Mhm.
Hits for. Oh my goodness. Hits for a total of. Your AC is
16.
16. Hits
Since
for
the
a total
first
of.
since the first game with
Yeah.
another character, I had 16.
Oh my gosh. 29 piercing.
Okay, so half to 14.
Yeah. All right, because
Wait,
your breastplate of piercing
Yeah,
protection.
and it takes 4 psychic damage. Because now I
Okay.
remembered.
Now
nice.
it will.
Oh, brand of castigation.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I wish they had a
Use,
cylinder.
use your brand, dumb fuck.
Hey, we had 3 boss battles where I was stuck to them. I
Yeah.
didn't use it any of the 3 times.
Oh yeah, you
Total,
get it.
it would have probably dealt like 40 damage,
Yeah,
and I
yeah, yeah.
didn't use
Yeah,
it.
you get it at level 7, right?
Yeah. First time I'm using it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's random.
And after the last boss fight where I did nothing again, I made that.
And that it moves over here.
Whoa.
Oh,
Attack of opportunity if
do
you'd like.
yes. It only attacked me once.
Oh,
Did
I
it
could have
only
used my
attack once?
reaction.
Oh
Can I
yeah,
use
you
my-
could have. Yeah,
But
go ahead.
okay, cool.
You can
When
attack of opportunity from far away.
yeah, Ben made an overpowered feat for me.
What the fuck?
Not that over. I did the math. It's okay.
So I did another 20 psychic damage.
Perfect.
I rolled with advantage for some reason, but the first roll was a 4, so 18 to hit.
Hits.
Nice.
Use your brand new dumb.
Max damage. I deal 23 damage.
Oh boy. All right.
And Elizabeth will do her battle axe. 15 for Elizabeth.
15 to hit.
Yes.
Goes wide.
Okay.
But it is her turn. What does she do?
First bonus action, the spiritual weapon is gonna move 20 feet. And that's it. And for her turn, I mean, it seemed to be pretty under control with Endeavor just being able to kill Tarask at will. So she's gonna just make a wisdom saving throw for the dead again.
Okay. Damage this time.
It
Fails
does
the save.
damage only if it fails.
Fails.
Nice. 2d12s, 14 damage.
How does she do it?
Excellent.
You won't run away. Protection, good farmers. And it's the
Good impression of Lisbeth.
She's listening to us right now. As it moves away, you can see that it's been riddled with arrows that suddenly disappear upon contact, and also Ragnar's works his sword through the creature's chest as it tries to run
leave
away.
impact either.
Yeah, that's true. You guys could
There's
be
no wounds
murderers
on
and get
it.
away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The creature writhes in pain, starts dashing down southeast. But as it runs away, you can see Elizabeth sort of channeling its arcane energy. And you could swear that you hear this ding echoing from that side of the tunnel. And suddenly the creature just falls down to the ground. And you feel this vibration echo all throughout the tunnel network. You defeated 2 bullets. Well done.
Bullets. As soon as it's my turn again, I will start like dashing down this tunnel to take care of the other one
All right.
because I don't know it's dead.
Well, let's see what happens then. If you run that way, creature runs. Elizabeth, Ragnarok, what do you do still?
I don't know. If we go back to initiative, it would be.
We'll just do initiative for
Ragnarok.
like a round, and then let's see what happens.
Ragnarok will take a knee and put his hand to the sword to see if there's more vibrations, but that's it.
No other vibrations aside from when the creature falls down.
Okay.
All right, so Frigis.
Do I know that Ignis has been?
You would know, yes.
Do we share sight like fine family adults? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll say you do.
She
Probably can
screamed really hard.
communicate mentally.
Like
or
you
something.
get a feeling, not necessarily communicate like words and ideas, but you get the general feeling with one another.
We just feel disgusted.
A little bit, yeah. You know those they say twins can have the psychic link, something like that. I don't believe in it, but at least they say they got it.
I never have twins, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you will someday. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
I sure hope not. All right. So, do you do anything for this?
I'll just sprint towards it then.
Okay.
Let's see. I can move to 100 for dashing.
Mhm.
Probably, I can probably reach it, right? I can end here and see the whole mess that her outer ego has been doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm dashing too, and that's basically my turn.
And Lisbeth gets another turn. But as it does, Ragnarok, you see down in this corner, and Frigis, you see this. Suddenly, these purple sweet potato roots wrap themselves around the creature's bodies and eat them down to the ground. The
Ew.
corpses disappear down into the soil. And now we are out of initiative order.
Know what? It would be a
What
shame
the
if it
fuck?
worked since she's not here, but Lisbeth is gonna try to divine intervention
Oh,
and she's asking if to be led to where there's more, or to be
Divine
brought to her.
intervention.
Yeah.
Let
Roll
me
a
check on that.
D100
D100.
and roll less than 10.
Player deities. I've never had anyone.
Oh!
Oh boy.
Enjoy.
Oh!
Damn, you shouldn't have
Good
work.
job,
She's not even
Lisbeth.
here. My God.
And to think you could have done something miraculous instead of just being told where there are more.
Or to
Yeah.
be for them to come to us.
Yeah. Nothing happens.
Oh,
Does she know that there's none?
There's definitely a deity involved, but it feels like her call isn't answered on this one. But actually, wait. Let me read this because I've never had a cleric reach level 10 before. They usually quit before they get here.
beautiful. Clerics.
Cleric so strong.
Have we had a cleric level 10?
No.
I was talking to my wife. Mm. Oh, actually, yeah. As it rolls lower, then
Yeah.
yes, the deity intervenes, and you can see these roots from across the tunnel get sort of uprooted and fall down straight into the middle of the tunnel. You see these sweet potato vines just growing down in the middle, and suddenly they start moving towards the west as if it's being pulled back. And the tunnels that you're in suddenly morphs into one big tunnel. You could feel the ground underneath you begin to shake, and it almost like it combines into one gigantic tunnel that leads you straight.
Whoa.
That leads you straight towards the west.
What the
There
fuck
to
just happened?
want to
Is
protect the
this
farm.
their
I have to take care of the past now.
boom? Got you, baby.
You can see that
And then,
there are like
just like the Red Sea, but with
Yeah, basically.
Like Moses, but underground.
yeah.
as the roots were also taken off from the sides of the wall, you can see the bullets, corpses are also being pulled towards the west, deeper into the forest. Well, not really a forest, but the woods that are west of you, from your homestead.
What the hell just happened?
Is this their doing? Why is the tunnel gets wider?
Yeah, I wanted to.
Protect the farmers.
Yes.
Best roleplay.
Mm.
As the
Okay,
party
let's.
sees that these two creatures sort of get absorbed down into the ground, what does the party do?
We follow, right, guys? We have to take care
Uh,
of this.
Yes.
yes.
The path that leads you there is
You
actually
can be
quite
yourself also, by the way, Fyodor. You can be Ragnarok too.
Yes.
The path that leads
Yes.
you there is actually relatively straight because of the intervention of the god. And also, what would have normally taken you 3 hours is instead shortened into one.
Enough for a short
And
rest, yes.
enough for a short rest if you'd like to. You can, because since you're walking and you're not rushing, you do get a short rest as you're traveling there. And
Take that.
Okay.
you find yourselves leading into an ascent as the tunnel eventually leads towards where the woods are. And from there, as you exit this whole tunnel system, you notice that the trees themselves also have these purple brownish vines wrapping around them at the very base of them. Not fully yet, but there are some of that growing around them. And you get the feeling that it has spread throughout your forest. Where these creatures came from or what these roots are, the party doesn't necessarily know yet, but we'll find out more next time as we play next week in the next
Ah,
session.
All
Have
right.
fun,
Okay.
guys. Have
yeah.
Cool.
fun, guys. Thank you for playing today. That was a great session. Great way to start the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thanks for
All
running.
right.
Absolutely.
Always
Thanks for
happy to
running.
run. All right. Thank you, guys. That's it for this session. See you next week.
See you
Mhm.
next week. Bye bye.
See you.
Bye bye.
1911.
I stole Elizabeth's divine intervention.